Hello, everyone. I'd like to introduce you to a true Canadian pioneer. He wasn't like the founding fathers of the Canadian frontier that we all read about in our history books. To me, he was more important than that. He was a man who believed in the power of music in our lives, from jazz to blues to rock and roll. Allan Slaight was born in 1931 in Galt, Ontario, and once upon a time in the early 50s, when everyone thought rock and roll was a fad, he knew deep down inside it was the future. So when rock and roll starts coming across the airwaves from the US to Canada, the radio station where he worked started to play it, but they did not understand it. By 1958, Chum Radio here in Toronto was playing rock and roll, but the programmers, they didn't get it at all. It was only when they hired a 26-year-old kid by the name of Allan Slaight, everything changed. It's hard to describe the importance of Chum in the 50s and 60s under Allan Slaight's watch. He did something that had not been done to the same magnitude. He promoted Canadian artists and fostered a community around them. And if you're unfamiliar with his name, it's only because he preferred it that way, always putting the artist and the community first. Gordon Lightfoot, standing on this very stage a couple of weeks ago, said no one had done more for Canadian music than Allan Slaight. And I agree. His legacy was not only promoting Canadian talent and supporting the community, but creating enterprises that still do just that. Chum, Global Television, Q107, CFRB Talk Radio, the Toronto Raptors, to name a few. And that's just here in Toronto. At the end of the day, there were over 60 radio stations across Canada under his watch. So when you walk into this storied hall and take your seats before the artists hit the stage, the man whose name is on this stage and auditorium is Canada's pioneer and friend, the late, great Allan Slaight.